Hey guys, welcome back to Real Housewives Recaps. Today we're talking Meghan and Catherine, and I really have been working on this video for a while. I wanted to deep dive some, I'm sure I've missed some because there's a lot to choose from, but some of the ways Meghan has been rude and disrespectful, especially to Catherine. So I do want to say a huge thank you to everybody who helped contribute to this video. I put it out on Patreon, and my patrons really delivered some great examples. I had mentioned it in a video here on the main channel a long time ago. Again, you guys all came to my rescue and gave me examples as well. Thank you for that. I'm sure there's stuff that I missed that I would love to hear about in the comments in case we end up doing a follow-up to this video. So please keep the comments rolling in. So this is in no particular order. I kind of vaguely did it what I thought was time order, but I'm sure some will be out of order. I just wanted you to see side by side some of the examples of Meghan's outright rude, jealous, envious, disrespectful behavior toward Catherine. Start off with the TIG, the defunct blog that is rumored to be coming back. We'll see. And where Meghan had written about Princess Catherine years ago. Now remember, she claimed to have no knowledge of Harry or his family, and didn't know who Has was, but seemed to know a lot when she was writing about it in her blog. Wait, you're telling me she lied about something? What? That's so not like her. Just kidding. She lies about everything. So she writes, grown women retain this childhood fantasy talking about becoming a princess. Just look in pomp and circumstance surrounding the royal wedding, an endless conversation about, as she calls her, Princess Kate, because of course she wouldn't address her correctly. You guys, this just screams jealousy from the word go. She writes, we're definitely not talking about Cinderella here. I mean, see, she's digging at her already. It's her wedding day and she's writing this. Yeah, absolutely unbelievable. Little girls dream of being princesses. I, for one, was all about She-Ra, Princess of Power. Listen, it's her blog. She can write what she wants. She chose to write this crap. But it just shows, again, the level of lying, delusion, narcissism, whatever you want to call it, all of the above, where she pretends not to know this family, and yet she was able to write this whole piece on it and basically calling Catherine out for what? Her wedding? For her becoming a princess? Absolutely ridiculous, right? So it started from this. Now let's talk the ripped jeans, because good Lord, have we seen and heard a lot about that. And P.S., this picture cracked me up. I found it online when I was searching for the ripped jeans stuff. And I don't know who the person who made it was. I would totally shout them out. This is hilarious. Ripped jeans. Okay, so here's the dig. On the Netflix documentary, if we can call it that, I'm using air quotes, on the Netflix Live Fest, she told a story of meeting her future brother and sister-in-law in barefoot and in ripped jeans, and how they were taken aback, painting the picture that they are stuffy while she's easygoing, you guys. She's easy breezy, down to earth, the most casual, right? She demonstrated the ripped jeans look when she made her relationship public with Harry by wearing ripped jeans and the husband shirt at Invictus Games. Look, guys, she's so easygoing and down to earth. And P.S., I've mentioned this before, that she likes to brag about meeting her future in-laws in ripped jeans, and yet likes to be photographed doing charity work in Cartier bracelets and watches. So by giving details like this, again, she's painting them as stuffy, as they never have a relaxed moment talking about William and Catherine, versus she's just an easy, fun-loving, down-to-earth girl. But might I remind everybody, she outspent everybody, all the other European royals, for the 72 engagements that she had. Not so easygoing and down to earth, are you, Meg? So it was also during this Netflix documentary that she claimed that she was a hugger, and that she didn't realize it would be jarring for Catherine for her to give her a hug. She said it was jarring for a lot of Brits. I find that so completely just utter nonsense, because I don't care where you're from. If you don't know someone, you don't necessarily want them to hug you. But even so, She's trying to make it seem like Catherine is this ice queen, this cold robotic person, where she's warm and cozy, you guys. She's a hugger. P.S. For someone who sure likes to cry and claim that she was labeled all types of names, she likes to label British people things like the ist words and the jarred from hugs. Bullshit. They're some of the warmest people I've met. It's just absolutely ridiculous to make a statement like that. You're a stranger. She probably just didn't want you to hug her. And can you blame her? You ended up being a monster. But nonetheless, let's take a look at some warm, wonderful photos of Catherine hugging people. Hey, imagine that. Meghan lied about something else. I'm shocked. But seriously, though, what is her problem? So she's trying to paint Catherine like she's this icy cold bitch. We all see through it. Here's William, hugging people. Imagine that. Warm, friendly, kind people. And speaking of being petty, let's talk that book Spare. Remember when there was a story told? Yes, it was technically written, well, not even technically, it's ghostwritten, but written by Harry, but it had Meghan's fingerprints all over it. And there was a story in there about how Meghan asked Catherine to borrow her lip gloss, and she couldn't believe that Catherine recoiled at this. Oh, no. What in the world? Yeah, because it's gross. You're a stranger to her. So you're going to keep this in your mind, that she grimaced at you borrowing her lip gloss, and then you're going to tell the world about it in your husband's stupid book. Okay, petty. The good news is I think most people saw through it and sided with Catherine on this one because, ew, you're a stranger. And since you're continuously taking digs at her and being petty, I thought I'd be petty and show you her makeup fail right here. Enjoy that. Okay, so let's move on to the glares at Catherine. We have lots of examples like this one where she's, well, quite literally glaring at Catherine. If you didn't know she was jealous before, if you couldn't hear it in everything she said, you could probably notice it in these pictures. How about a lovely carriage ride with this? Huh? Warm, cozy, friendly? I don't think so. And when she's not busy glaring at Catherine, she's busy staring at another one. Oh, that's right, William. She loves to stare at William. Lots of examples of this. I actually have a video called The Stare, where it's a lot of pictures of her pretending to stare at Harry, but then, who she actually wants to look at, as you can tell in these photos, and the glares at Catherine. So go check that out if you haven't seen it. The Stare. But yeah, another way just to disrespect Catherine. All right, how about this one? When, again, in the book Spare, it was claimed that William and Catherine were huge fans of the show Suits. I know, I can hear you laughing. Believe me, I was cracking up too. Basically, through his book, she's using it to say that they were huge fans of hers. And he tells this story of how when they found out it was Meghan that he was dating, they turned to each other and said, blank off. And they ended up telling him that they're religious viewers of Suits. Never mind that, according to you guys, Suits wasn't even available in the UK then. Again, why would they let the truth get in the way of a good story, right? To me, I just saw it as another way to belittle Catherine especially and make it seem like she was a fangirl of Meghan's, please. All right, let's get into the big one. The one that popped into my head when I was first thinking about putting together this list. You ready? Meghan made Catherine cry. And not just that. She allegedly bullied her she was 4 at the time, maybe 3, 4 at the time, a little girl over what? Jealousy? I don't care what the excuse is. There is no excuse. She was a little girl. She was horrible to Catherine. She was horrible to Charlotte. She got her friend's daughter, again, allegedly. She got her friend here, Jessica Maroney, who's also disgusting, and her daughter to bully Charlotte as well. And as detailed in the book Revenge by Tom Bower, Catherine tried to still be the bigger person and tried to still be nice to Meghan after all this. Took her flowers. Meghan slammed the door in her face, threw the flowers in the trash, and used it against Catherine in the Oprah interview and tried to make it seem like Catherine made her cry and then Catherine felt bad about it, so she brought her flowers. Bullshit. If you need more proof of this, I would recommend the body language guy who broke this down and showed the moment where she had been kind of smiling at the kids in church, but then as soon as she sees little Princess Charlotte, she glares at her. Princess Charlotte looks away. It is so horrible to watch. I hate it so much. Meghan can rot in hell. But this is all, I believe, to torment Catherine, to make her feel bad, to make her, I don't know where she was trying to go with this. I guess mess with her head, to mess with her kid. Absolutely disgusting, awful behavior. Adults don't act like this. People don't act like this. And then still went on Oprah, told a bunch of bullshit, and tried to get sympathy for herself after doing all that. All right, ready for the next one? Okay, the one who loves to give speeches and word salads on being a feminist and kindness and all the other BS she peddles. How about the time she was mad that she got a reprimand for telling Catherine she has baby brain? That's right, there was a whole story in Spare where she blamed Catherine's hormones for her forgetting some detail. It doesn't even matter. She called her baby brain. And again, talked about the hormones. So much for feminism, huh? Straight up said it in the book, and then still wants to be painted as the victim of all this. All right, ready for another really obnoxious example? Yeah, me too. Take a look at this picture. What is this? Beautiful, except for the people on the left. Look at the beautiful picture of baby Louis' christening. Can I just say, look at Charlotte. Oh my gosh, so cute. Okay. So the men were asked to wear blue, as evident in the photo here, and the ladies were asked to wear creams and pale blue, as evident in the photo here. Oh, but what do you see? Guess who couldn't be bothered, who had to make a statement to mess with the photos. And you might be like, well, that's kind of like no big deal, except for that it is, because she wanted to stand out in this photo at baby Louis' christening. Couldn't stand to have the attention not on her. Had to try to ruin Catherine's photos. Look at the backdrop, look at the color scheme, look to the left. Need more proof? Okay, this is Lucy Middleton and Hannah Carter. They are both godparents to baby Louis. And look, pale blue. See, they were asked to dress in a certain color. Not this one, can't be bothered. Would rather play victim and say something. I'm actually surprised she didn't say, they didn't tell me. Oh, but they did, because your husband seemed to get the memo. Why didn't Dum Dum say, what the F are you wearing? Because he has no balls. I just think it's rude. It's spiteful. She's a terrible person. Here's another example of it. Has to have the attention on her at all times. And again, if it were the other way around, wouldn't she scream from the rooftop? I asked them all to wear a certain color, but Catherine couldn't be bothered to do it because she's the ist words that I like to throw around. And finally, this last example, I'm sticking on the end here because it just shows the overall problem. So Meghan calling the paparazzi on herself. Yes, it came out that she called the paparazzi on herself. She likes to do that, right? See backgrid for details. She was so upset that Catherine got the attention on her own that she decided to turn it into a totally different kind of argument in the Oprah interview. It says she basically took the opportunity to call Catherine Waity Katie and remind us all of that horrible name. She tried to compare the treatment that they each got and said that them being rude to Catherine is not the same as the ist treatment that she got. You guys, I cannot with this BS. I actually made a video on this that I would highly encourage you to go watch, and it shows how Catherine was treated before she married Prince William. And it will break your heart because it was horrendous. She was followed. She was in tears. I've just not seen anything like it versus this one who can't stop calling the paparazzi on herself. But she's so jealous of the attention that Catherine got, she decided to turn it into a race issue, I guess for sympathy as well, and decided to throw into the interview, just for fun, remind everyone that Catherine was once tormented with the term Waity Katie, to the point where somebody had taken out an ad on the side of a bus to call her that because she and William had dated so long before they got engaged and got married. Just absolutely just ridiculous. Horrible behavior from Meghan and further abuse of Catherine. So not only did Catherine have to deal with Meghan and put up with her antics, with her 72 engagements, her time with the royal family. She then had to deal with this again, this coming back up because Meghan's the one bringing it back up. And just a fun reminder that Harry then changed it and said, "Oh, no, we didn't say that the family was the Eastwards. It's the press that said that. We would never say that." So they can't even stick with their story. So then what was the point of telling all that? Just to make yourself seem like a victim? Oh, no, I know what it was. It was just another dig at Catherine, your favorite person to take digs at. Well, unless you're bullying her small child. Ugh, just absolutely horrible behavior. I think Catherine's just a saint for putting up with this as well as she did. I really do. And good for her for not having to deal with these two anymore. Ugh, horrible, despicable people. Anyway, guys, that is it for me. I'm sure I left some stuff off the list. Please let me know. Let me know if there's something I didn't think of or something you would have included in this list. I welcome it. Let me know in the comments. Thank you, as always, for being here. I really appreciate each and every one of you so very much. Definitely check out the merch. We got Make It Make Sense. We got Drunk Goose Club. Honk honk, you drunk goose. These two can flock right off. Thank you for everything. Definitely check out Patreon, patreon.com/Real Housewives Recaps. That's where we do bonus deep dives, all kind of extra content over there. You can also become an executive producer. Now I'm going to thank my executive producers. A huge thank you to Linda. Thank you, Melissa. Thank you to Paige. Huge thank you to Teresa. Thank you, Mary. Thank you, Amy. Thank you, Kay. Thank you, Shauna. Thank you, Brenda. Thank you, Aaron and Frank. Thank you, Kristen. Thank you, Ann M. Thank you, Amanda. Thank you, Ann H. Thank you, Karen. Thank you, Glynis. Thank you, Karen. Thank you, Patty. Thank you, Adair Becker. Thank you to Erica. Thank you, Amber. Thank you, Annette. Thank you, Barb G. Thank you to Diana. Thank you, Allison B. Thank you, Jean. Thank you, Lori. Thank you to Pauline. Thank you to KT. Thank you, Jolene. Thank you, Stromboli. Thank you, Catherine. Thank you, Loie. Thank you, Lucy H. Thank you to Georgia. Thank you, Susie. Thank you, Nikki. Thank you, Robbins Landing. Thank you to Helen. Thank you to Mara. Thank you, Ashley C. Thank you to Molly. Thank you, Amber. Thank you, Ashley. Thank you, Amanda. Thank you, Michelle. Thank you, Sand Squid. Thank you to Rach. Thank you, Linda. Thank you, Leslie. Thank you, Dee Dee. Thank you, Nina. Thank you, Heather. Thank you, Tracy. Thank you, Penny. Thank you, Dombey. Thank you, Android P. Thank you to Sheena. Thank you, Aaron M. Thank you, Faye. Thank you, Judith. Thank you, Spectrum Mom. Thank you, Vanessa B. Thank you, Christy. Thank you, Michelle. Thank you, Mimi Heathcote. Thank you, Misty. Thank you, Candy. Thank you, Anita. Thank you, Leslie. Thank you to Bree. Thank you, Sandra. Thank you, Stephanie. Thank you to Elvis Rose here on YouTube. Thank you to Lori. Thank you, Tim B. Thank you, Jean. Thank you, Jennifer. Thank you, Stephanie. Thank you, Aaron. Thank you, Kathy. Thank you, Elisa. Thank you, Kathy with a C. Thank you, Allison. Thank you, Christina. Thank you, Nancy. Thank you, Marianne. Thank you to Patricia. Thank you, Lindsay. Thank you, Ridley. Thank you, Lisa. Thank you, Jill. Thank you, Tracy. Thank you, John. Thank you, Donna D. Thank you, Diana. Thank you, Chewy. Thank you, Christina. Thank you, 509 Cougs. Thank you, Julie. Thank you, BJ. Thank you, Big Bad John. Thank you, Amy. Thank you, Duck Barf. Your name is always funny to me. Thank you, Susie. Thank you, Vicky loves her corgi. Thank you, Charisse. Thank you, Kate. Thank you, Genesee. Thank you, Essie. Thank you, Lady Grandmother. Thank you, Christy. Thank you, Funky Buddha. And thank you, Trish. Thank you, Nancy. Thank you, Cake Coffee. Thank you, Anne. Thank you, Sheila. Can you guys believe I ran out of namespace on the other one, so I had to start a new list here. It's just unbelievable. Thank you to everybody who has signed up to be an executive producer. If you're interested, definitely check out patreon.com/Real Housewives Recaps. Thank you guys for everything. Have a great day. Bye-bye.